AJ, what did you think of Gerrit overall tonight?
You know, there was a lot of good with Gerrit. I think, you know, he came into the game very well, and then lost a couple of key two-strike battles. You know, I thought the Zimmerman pitch was a mistake, and Zimmerman made him pay with a homer. I think the Soto, he never really controlled Soto the whole night. He punched him the first at bat, and then after that, Soto took some really good swings, twice against Gerrit, once against Will. And then just the fifth inning, you know, leadoff walk to lose the two-strike battle with Robles when he's trying to bunt, gets Turner, and then Eaton hits a slider on the black, fights it off for a hit, and then, you know, Rondon hits the non-double play, and then Soto wins probably the biggest at bat of the game. So, you know, all in all, as we knew it was going to be tough. These guys are really tough to put away. They don't strike out a lot, and they proved tonight that putting the ball in play and a couple two-strike at bats, finding some holes, hitting a few balls hard, a couple balls out of the ballpark. It was that's how they beat him.
The far right aisle, Hunter.
We know how good Bregman is. What do you think of the last several games, his at-bats that he's had?
I'll talk about this game, the game tonight.
Not just this game, but...
I'm not going to talk about games that we've already won. The tonight's at bat, I mean, these are tough games. Max Scherzer is really good. He punches out an enormous amount of guys, and he's pitched Breg pretty tough, and then a tough at bat at the end. So, you know, obviously they're pitching tough to him. He's kind of looking for the perfect pitch. You know, you get to two strikes against elite pitching, it can be even more difficult, and they put him away tonight.
Allison.
On Springer's double in the eighth inning, it looked like he took several maybe hops out of the box. Should he maybe have been on third? Could he have been on third in that situation and then possibly scored on the shallow?
I'll have to take a look at it. I didn't see that out of the box. There's a lot going on in that play. Let me take a look at the video. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Okay, and just on Springer's postseason performance, I mean,
Yeah.
another home run. It's another club record. 5 home runs in a row in the World Series is also a World Series record.
I mean, I told him in the dugout we need to play in the World Series more often because he hits homers every single time, feels like. I mean, it's and he's off to a really good start. His first game in the last World Series, maybe not so much, but he's picking up right where he left off.
Right up front.
How good was it to see Jordan break out of his slump?
Yeah, Jordan had some good at-bats. You know, I know he lost a big at-bat with a big swing, but, you know, I think the walk early showed better discipline, a couple of bullets. I mean, I almost hit one off of Scherzer, literally. And, you know, as I said, I mean, patience is really important when you're watching these guys, and those swings tonight can really pay dividends in the next few games.
We'll stay up front.
Right here, AJ. Excuse me. You guys got the bat on the ball tonight a lot, but you stranded a lot of people. That's got to be a little frustrating.
Well, I mean, anytime, you know, you're up against a good starting pitcher, you want to take advantage of every single opportunity. You know that's going to be a tall task, but I like the at bats, and I even liked our at bats with runners in scoring position. We had a little bit of bad luck. We did chase a little bit, as you're going to, and you know, you keep preaching, like, give yourself as many opportunities as you can. The big hit eluded us a couple times it didn't. Yuli Gurriel, a big 2-out hit. George Springer, a big hit to right center field. So we're not going to be perfect. When you look back in a close game like this, there's probably an opportunity or two that, you know, that you'd like back, but there's also a little bit of keep pushing with these guys to give yourself as many opportunities. I thought Jose had a really good at bat against Scherzer. In the middle part of the game, got nothing to show for it, cued the ball to first base. So we are in a results-oriented game, but I like the opportunities that we're creating for ourselves and making them use a lot of pitching tonight. Maybe that's a good sign for the remainder of the series.
After the fifth inning, we had some traffic, the leadoff walk, and the 2 softballs to the 4-hole. You know, it was, you know, unfortunate we weren't able to turn 2 on Rendon. The boys did a nice job, and then, you know, just like I said, poor pitch 3-2 there. They kind of opened it up, and it just gave up 1 too many.
Looked like you wanted to dig in. Was it meaningful to you that you were able to finish? Was it 7? I'm sorry, it's off the top of my head.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, I didn't have like my A game tonight, but and outside of a few pitches that, you know, that kind of tacked on a couple runs. We worked pretty well with what we had. You know, these are the 2 best teams in the world right now. So, like, you know, you try not to beat yourself up too much, especially if especially if you got to grind in those situations. And so, to get through 7, you can't take for granted that, Justin has a propensity to throw 7 or 8 innings. So, yeah, I mean, it feels good to be able to get kind of deep and, not have to stretch anybody out. We're in a good position for tomorrow, especially with Justin on the mound.
How do you game plan for Soto's play discipline?
Yeah, I mean, you have to just be aggressive.
Did it feel different out there, World Series? I mean, any added butterflies?
No. It wasn't, it wasn't my sharpest game, and so, like I said, we had to get creative. I thought the fastball was leaking a little bit, off the corner a couple times. I struggled with the curveball command, kind of buried us in some bad counts. And then, then just, poor pitch to Soto, not being able to finish that inning off, without a crooked number. So, we'll just have to, keep going. Like I said, we got Justin tomorrow, and we'll just start the recovery process and get ready for the next time I need to take the ball.
Gerrit, how much were you struggling to command your own speed in the strike zone?
Yeah, I thought especially the curveball. I mean, I made a few good ones, but I feel like there were some times, 2-1, 1-0 a few times, some 0-0 opportunities where I just hung them high and right, and just kind of pigeonholed myself either into a fastball count or have to execute another one, and either fail to execute another one, or for example, like Zimmerman left a fastball over the plate, then I think I repeated that sequence maybe a couple times, and so when you're not executing, and those guys are hunting, like I said, they're obviously really good, so they made us pay.
Some of the opportunities you guys just slid by.
No, I think, you have to give them some credit. They played really good. Swing the bat good, did, everything to win the game, and they did.
Did you think George's shot to the gap in the 8th was going to be down the park?
Yes, I totally thought, he hit the ball good, and I was just trying to, hope that ball was out, but, good swing, and the game was on the line right there.
The at-bats that you guys had against Scherzer and Corbin, the way you were able to build up their pitch counts, are those the positives that you take out of this game?
Absolutely, yes. We took some really good at-bats. Pitch count for Scherzer was really high in the 5th inning. He was out of the game early, so that's the good things we take for the next game.
Just getting a look at some of their bullpen guys, is that also important going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. First time in a long time we see, those guys. They're through the ball really good, but, like I said, this game is about adjustments, and, we have to make some adjustments for the next game.
Did you feel like you'll let Scherzer out in scoring position? I know you guys probably are aware of the numbers, maybe not. Do you feel like it's only a matter of time until you guys heat up with runners in scoring position for this lineup?
Yes.
Do you feel like you'll let Scherzer off the hook since he was struggling at times?
Well, he was, the only thing I saw with him was like the pitch count was off, but besides that, he was throwing the ball good, good slider, good changeup. Maybe a lot of pitches, but, he did his thing.
What can you say about George? And just, he set a major league record again tonight.
Yeah, he's so good, man. He's going to get reward because of that. At some point, he's crazy good, man. He goes out there and swing the bat and, hits homers in situations we need it. That's the kind of player he is.
Jose, with Cole's winning streak ending tonight, his first loss since May, what do you think about what he's been able to do for this team over the past few months and how good he's been?
No, yeah, a lot of good things. He's, one of the reasons why we're here right now, and I know he's going to start a new one tomorrow. Or whenever he pitch again, he's focused. This one was just one game. We've been in this situation before, and he's going to keep helping us. I know.
Jose, before the game, you got a chance to meet with little girl Abigail. What did that mean to you? To give her an opportunity to just kind of sit down and talk to her?
Yeah, it means a lot. I went to the room. She smiled. We have a good time, and what can I say? If I can bring a smile to her face, I'm happy to do it.
I think we did a great job. He's one of the best pitchers in the world. and to get a 112 or 113 pitch count after 5 or 6. I mean, I think we did okay. I think he did a great job of kind of just limiting runs. He pitched the way he always pitches. I mean, he showed why he's one of the best in the world. I mean, I knew I hit it good, but didn't hit it far enough, so it's all right.
Do you think those are some of the best at bats up and down the line you guys have put together in the playoffs, even though the score may have not indicated it?
I think so. I think we offensively we passed the baton on to the next guy a lot of times today. But sometimes you just have to kind of give credit where credit's due. He did an unbelievable job at kind of limiting the runs after the first inning, and you move on.
How frustrating are the struggles with runners in scoring position just throughout this whole postseason?
I mean, these are the most elite guys in the world, man. And they're not trying to give up runs. It's hard to face these guys, so we can't really look into one thing or the other. We just have to kind of string together in that bat, and we'll see what happens.
Home run in 5 straight World Series games. AJ just joked that you guys need to play in the World Series more often. You have more homers.
I'd rather win. I don't really care. I mean, cool, great, yeah, but I'd rather win.
That at bat in the 8th inning, at what point did you realize it was in the park and he hadn't caught it?
I was watching him the whole time. That's kind of one of those things where I don't want to necessarily run as fast as I can, because for some reason, if he tags or whatever the case, and I run by him, it's not good. So I just kind of watching the outfielder. I mean, he made an incredible bid on it, and I'm kind of lucky right there. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, they won the game, and we'll move on to tomorrow.
Were you kicking yourself at all that you didn't end up on third, or was that not an option?
Well, no, because I can't cut to third right there because the guy on second had gone back to tag. If I had gone to third, I'm out. I'm out for sure.